Imagine a different Christmas. Instead of the radiant light of the sun reflecting on the frosty mornings, an inexplicable darkness takes over the sky, bringing an eerie silence to the world. Padre Pio, one of the most enigmatic and beloved saints of the Catholic Church, is said to have spoken of a cosmic event so terrifying that many believe it to be the arrival of the Black Sunday. But what does this mean? Are we talking about a common eclipse or something much deeper, more spiritual, with unimaginable consequences for humanity? Today, we will explore this mysterious prophecy, which is supposedly connected to December 25th. Padre Pio, known for his messages of faith and spiritual warnings, is said to have spoken of a period of darkness involving the sun, an omen that would occur at a time of celebration. Christmas, the date marked by the birth of Christ, would be, according to some interpreters, the day chosen for this catastrophic event. Now, imagine the impact of this, a day that symbolizes hope and light being swallowed up by darkness. It's not just the absence of sunlight, it's as if the very soul of the world is shrouded in a veil of fear and regret. But what is the black sun? Some scholars connect this idea to scientific phenomena such as black holes, eclipses, or even solar flares that could cause a temporary collapse of light on our planet. Others, more spiritual, believe that the black sun is a divine symbol, a direct warning to humanity about its sins and the urgent need for redemption. And you, who are reading or listening, have you ever stopped to think about how you would react if something like this happened? What would your daily routine, your celebrations, your moments with your family be like? Imagine, for a moment, being gathered with your family around the Christmas table, lights flashing, children playing with their presents, and suddenly everything goes out. Not only the lights, but the sky itself darkens, as if joy were replaced by a terrifying emptiness. It is possible that Padre Pio used this metaphor to warn us about the fragility of our faith and how we are increasingly distant from the true meaning of Christmas. He knew that humanity needed a shock to get back on the path of spirituality. Now, tell me, how would you react? Would you kneel down and pray for protection, or would you panic, not knowing where to run? Events like this remind us of our smallness in the face of the universe and how dependent we are on something greater. Perhaps you are thinking, this is just a story, something that will never happen. But remember, many prophecies considered improbable have come true at unexpected times. How many times have we heard stories of catastrophes that seemed impossible until they happened? There is something even more intriguing about this prophecy that few people know about. According to reports from some of his closest followers, Padre Pio mentioned that this event would not only be physical, but also spiritual. He described that at the moment the sun would be covered, millions of souls would be judged. For him, the black sun was a divine metaphor for the purification of humanity, a kind of spiritual selection where those with truly pure hearts would be spared. Isn't it scary to think that perhaps it is not just the darkness of the sky that reaches us, but one that forces us to face our own inner darkness? And this brings us to an important question. Are you prepared for something like this? We are not talking about stocking up on food or securing generators to survive the blackout, but about preparing your soul, your faith, and your conscience. Padre Pio was always very clear about the importance of prayer and repentance. He believed that even those who felt lost could find redemption through a sincere connection with God. Perhaps the black sun is not an end, but a beginning, a new chance for humanity. Interestingly, some scientific theories also point to the possibility of extreme solar phenomena that could cause catastrophic impacts on our planet. We are talking about solar storms capable of wiping out power grids, disrupting satellites, and plunging the world into technological chaos. Now, combine this with Padre Pio's spiritual vision, and we have a scenario that seems like something out of a science fiction movie, but with very real implications. Have you ever thought about how dependent we are on technology and how it has distanced us from simplicity and faith? But it is not all despair. If this prophecy really comes true, perhaps it will serve as a powerful reminder that humanity still has a chance to change. Imagine the impact of such an event on our priorities, families coming together, communities supporting each other, faith being renewed. Sometimes, it is in the midst of darkness that we find the truest light. Padre Pio believed this. He knew that even in the darkest moments, love and compassion could prevail. Before I conclude, I want to share something that few know. Padre Pio mentioned that the black sun would also bring with it a voice that each person would hear within themselves, revealing their greatest fears and regrets. But he also said that this same voice would give each of us the chance to make peace with God and with others. Now, the question that remains is, are you ready to hear this voice? Or, like many, would you rather ignore the signs until it is too late? Look around you. Do you sense that something is different in the world? Global crises, endless conflicts, a climate that seems more unstable every year. Are all these just coincidences, or are they signs that converge toward something bigger, like the black sun described by Padre Pio? When he spoke of this event, many believe that he was referring not only to a cosmic phenomenon, but also to a time of transition for humanity, a moment in which everything would be put to the test. Think with me, what if we are closer to this than we imagine? Could the events we are experiencing today be small warnings, like echoes of an inevitable future? And so we come to Christmas, a day that should symbolize unity, renewal, and peace, but in many parts of the world it is becoming a time of tension, economic worries, and uncertainty. Have you ever stopped to think about how the celebrations have changed? Some say that materialism has taken over and that the Christmas spirit is fading, just as the light of the sun could be consumed by the black sun. What do you think about this? Have we forgotten the true purpose of Christmas and are therefore confronted by these events that force us to reflect? Perhaps, as Padre Pio suggested, Christmas is not just a day for celebrations, but an invitation to look within ourselves and correct what is wrong. If you look closely, you will see that the signs are all around us. Devastating floods, prolonged droughts, pandemics that have changed the way we live. Doesn't it seem like something is warning us? Padre Pio said that humanity needed to pay more attention to God's signs. Have you ever noticed that, often, moments of crisis bring us closer to those we love, making us value what really matters? Perhaps the black sun is less about destruction and more about reconstruction, a time when we are forced to set aside the superficial to focus on what is eternal. But are we ready for this change? Or are we still too attached to what is fleeting? Now, imagine a scenario in which the black sun appears in the sky, bringing with it an almost palpable silence. How would the people around you react? How would you react? Would it be chaos, with crowds searching for answers, or a moment of introspection, where everyone would ask themselves about the meaning of life? Padre Pio mentioned that, in moments like this, people would divide, those who would give in to despair and those who would find strength in faith. Think about the difficulties you have faced so far. Could they not have been training for something greater, a test for your soul? What if, deep down, everything we are going through is a preparation for this event? Finally, I ask, what have you done to prepare for the unexpected? And I am not talking about stocking up on food or ensuring physical safety, but about strengthening your spirit, seeking that which is eternal. Padre Pio believed that prayer was the most powerful tool we had to face the unknown. And have you been connecting with something greater, or have you allowed the noise of the world to distract your soul? Remember, the black sun can be a symbol of destruction, but it can also be an opportunity for rebirth. It all depends on how we decide to face what is to come. What do you think? Are you ready to look within yourself and face the darkness with the light that exists in your heart? Before we conclude, it is important to emphasize that the intention of this video is not to alarm anyone or in any way defame the image of the great Saint Padre Pio, a man of unshakable faith and profound love for humanity. Our purpose here is to bring up intriguing topics, such as prophecies, possible signs of the times and mysteries surrounding spirituality. We know that these are subjects that arouse curiosity, reflection, and, at times, even fear. However, we treat each issue with the utmost respect for all opinions, religions, and ways of thinking. After all, Our mission is to promote enriching dialogues and open up space for you, who follow us, to share your perceptions. Therefore, we invite you to leave your opinion on this fascinating topic in the comments. What do you think about these prophecies? Have you heard anything similar? And if you are not yet subscribed to the channel, take the opportunity to subscribe and activate the bell. Here, you will always find content that provokes reflections, awakens curiosity, and connects us with the mystery of life.